Okay, I am a mess right now. House needs to be tidied a bit. It's not too bad on the inside, but the outside is a huge mess and it needs to get taken care of. It's the beginning of the weekend. Well, it's Saturday. I'm gonna do it right now before it gets later and warmer in the day. So let me show you what I'm working with. Okay, taking a break from the cleaning. I kind of got a little dressed, got the jeans, just changed my top, put some makeup and touched up my hair a bit. I'm feeling much better now. I prefer dresses to be in dresses, but I'm getting kind of tired of the dresses I have. There's some that I don't wear that often, but I'm also not reaching for them. Well, obviously that means I'm not reaching for them. So I am really trying to work on building more of my dress wardrobe this year. So yeah, sometimes I just throw on some jeans. I've got a little one painting back there, the baby. I didn't record much of me cleaning the front porch because the baby is not feeling well. I'm not sure what's going on, but he had a low-grade fever overnight and he's just fussy overall. He might have like it's a cold or something. He has a little bit of a runny nose, but they're not green, it's clear, so that's good. And nobody else is sick, so I don't really know. It could be teething, but I don't see anything like any teeth or anything looking like they're gonna poke through. So I had to put him on the carrier while I did pretty much all the cleaning on the front porch. That was exhausting. And then I put him down to nap. And then I quickly that's when I got ready and tidied up. And then he woke up like within like 20 minutes. So Juliet's playing with him upstairs while I get a couple things done right now because he needs playtime. And next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside and we're going to grab some flowers so that we can put some inside the house because everything's blooming. These are all flowers that were already here when we got the house, so it's nothing that I've planted, but nonetheless, I am so grateful for it because it just brings so much beauty and I could just save money also. Let's go see what we can grab out there. Pretty cool. Here's one of the little vases I put together. I love this vase here on this table, so we're gonna keep it here by the sun. There's still some little buds here that will hopefully bloom. And then I have some peonies there's only one that's bloomed here, but the rest are not. I feel like these might have been cut a little too soon, but I'm gonna try to preserve them a little bit in the refrigerator because I learned that you can keep them in the refrigerator for a little while, like a couple weeks, and then you could bring them out like 2 days before you want to set them up for like a special event or an occasion. You're supposed to wrap them up in a damp paper towels and then put them in the fridge. Not sure if I should get rid of this one right here. I probably should. damp paper towels that I have right here. Let's close this up. And then I'm gonna put this in a bag. And then I'm gonna store these in my fridge for like a couple weeks and then bring them out soon to see if it works out. Okay, it's the next day and we are going to go outside now and we're going to forage some wild dandelions. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. We're either gonna do tea, just like a dandelion tea, because my husband's so big on how the health benefits of dandelion and I'm aware of it too. So we're either gonna harvest it so we can make tea. I recently learned that you can make a dandelion jelly, so that sounds interesting. Or we're gonna do a salve, like for the body. But I'm leaning more towards the jelly because it just sounds interesting. It sounds so whimsical and cottagecore. So I think I would really like to just try it out. Sure. Today, but this is real life homemaking sometimes. Cannot wait another day without making my strawberry jam because I don't want my strawberries to go bad. Thankfully, they still look great. I'm in the process of just boiling the jam down and then I'm gonna add the sugar shortly and then we're going to boil that for another minute and then I have my jars over here. They're sanitized and clean and hot and ready to get some jam poured into them. So yeah, we're looking good so far. So far we're doing good. I'm excited that I'm finally getting this jam out of the way because jam, when I make the jam, it lasts like the whole year, almost a whole year. So I'm hoping that this lasts us a good amount of time again. So I don't have to buy any more jam at the grocery store. I can just shop my pantry and I have jam there. Look, Papa's eating so much chicken. Yeah. Look, where's my Rory? Oh, pretty Rory. Chicken right here. We're continuing this video. Yesterday we had such a amazing beach day. It was something that we really needed. The beach is kind of far from us, so that's the reason why it's like a big deal for us. It's not that far. It's only 2 hours away, 2.5 hours, but we're used to the beach being like less than an hour away from us. So it is kind of a bigger trip when we do end up going. It was amazing though. The weather was perfect. It's always so relaxing. And I always tell myself, I am not going to go and run and do all the things and play with all day. I'm gonna relax on a towel. I'm gonna read, but who am I fooling? Of course, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get the chance to do that. Let's save that for my 40s or something, or 50s, whenever I'm done having little children. Which, trust me, I don't plan on continuing to have children at a later age in life. We might actually be done. Anyway, so my collar is so messed up. And honestly, like, even though we, you know, ended up playing with the kids in the water a bunch, we made like a pool, which is something that we always do together as a family. I don't regret any one bit of it, of course. Who would ever? And I ended up reading on the way home. The baby napped for like an hour, I think, maybe a little more, maybe an hour and a half. And I was able to do some reading. So it was really, really, really nice to just get to do that with the kids. It was so fun. Seeing the baby explore the sand, he just loved it. It was warm, like not too crazy hot, but it was really warm. And it was just perfect. It wasn't like overwhelmingly hot, and we did get burned because we don't really use sunscreen. So thankfully I have my beautiful aloe vera plant right here that I've had for years. So she came in handy yesterday because I cut a piece off and I put some all over my husband's back. He was so burned. So was I, but he was worse than I was. The kids, of course, you know, they're so resilient, they were fine. Anyway, so today we went to the plant nursery. I think I got a baby waking up in the monitor, but let's see how much longer I can go. We went to the plant nursery and I was gonna record because it's so beautiful there. I love this plant nursery, but I didn't. I totally forgot. Of course, I have 4 kids. How am I gonna remember that? Oh, that's my daughter's kinetic sand. That's her little station lately. It's very messy, but it's okay. And so here are some of what we bought. Yeah, so first project that we're gonna do, I just wanted to show you the little bit of aloe vera gel that I have left from yesterday's harvest. It's better to keep it in a mason jar with a lid, but yesterday when we got home, I couldn't find any mason jars. I was like, where the heck are all my mason jars? And I'm guessing they were all upstairs. The girls always take a cup of water to bed, so I think they were all dirty. This bowl I used as a fruit bowl, and I honestly never really liked the look of it, but I still used it as a fruit bowl for very long. I did like that it was very spacious. It did start cracking a bit here, so I decided that was my excuse to get rid of it and not use it as a fruit bowl anymore. And I have like a nice little white dainty one over there. It's not as big, but I like the way it looks. And I asked my husband if he can drill some holes at the bottom so that I could use it as a planter now, because I was doing some research on which kind of plants I could use that repel flies, because on our porch we get so many flies. So I was thinking of putting this on the porch. The only thing is that I don't get much sun in my porch, so I'm gonna put it like on the corner where I get the most sun, which is still not a lot. And so I also did my research on which plants thrive in sun but also kind of repel flies. And I think the main one that I have here that's supposed to repel flies is mint, I believe. So anyway, I'm gonna do like a little bit of a mixture here. I have some impatiens. Those are like my new favorite kind of flowers. I got some, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and I love the way they bloom and everything. And they are also shade loving plants. They do find in the shade, so that's why I love it, because I'm not the best at keeping flowers alive. This year I've been better, way better at it though. Yeah, let's just work on this for now. I love you guys. So here's our little pumpkin mound. We did what we could. And hopefully we get a few pumpkins from that. It's like an experiment for us. And then here is our garden bed. I have these random baby plants all around that we haven't found a spot for. So I just have them laid up so they can get some sun and water until we figure out what we're gonna do. We have tomatoes back there, different varieties. We have 3 different varieties. Cherry tomatoes are back there. Here we have the chili pepper plants, chives, parsley, more chives. These might be a little close, but we're gonna see how it goes. And then we have cucumber right here. I have 2, so probably have to remove one because I only have one of these things. What are they called? These cage things. And they probably are too close to really thrive. So I probably have to remove that. Thinking of getting another garden bed, not sure. But this is a good start.